All right, let's get more on all of this from Tarun Wadhwa, who is in San Francisco. He focuses on public policy and social media. Tarun, there's obviously that reported hacking, but then there's also 24 hours ago the updates to what happened with Twitter and the hacking of these high-profile accounts. What's your assessment of what's happened?
It's been a busy 24 hours. In some respects, what we're seeing is just business as usual. If one country can hack another country to gain an advantage, when everything is connected, when everything is accessible remotely, you have to assume that they will do that. And think about the stakes here. As Sarah correctly said, the first country to figure this out will have an enormous advantage economically, militarily, from a position of power. So again, this is nothing to be surprised about here. And the United States has already accused China and Iran of doing similar types of attacks already. Now, what's going on at Twitter, we'll see in the next few days. That's a different story.
Tarun, do you think these events at all are connected?
We don't know enough to say right now. And in the very early days of a cyber attack, you know very little. Computer forensics are quite difficult and unreliable in this sense, in that they can point you towards a direction, but knowing with complete certainty, certainly enough to make a global announcement, is quite difficult. So I wouldn't rush to judgment here. There's been some reporting that it was an insider attack or a Twitter employee was involved. But again, I would caution everyone to wait a couple days, wait for the truth to come out, and wait for the experts to go through it before we decide what happened here.
Why are these developments particularly concerning, Tarun? What are the ramifications of these kinds of vulnerabilities that we're seeing in this technology?
They are absolutely massive. So they're very different issues. Look at Twitter, for example. Twitter is now our public square. It's where we go to hear the president's announcements about pressing law. It's where major military decisions are often announced. So it's vitally important to the public's trust and functioning that services like Twitter work, and we know when we see a tweet that it's not hacked. Now, the hackers yesterday happened to want some Bitcoin. We got a little lucky there, but if they had more nefarious intentions, it would be a big deal. And to the second respect about our universities and think tanks and research institutions, it shows you just how vital cybersecurity is. I suspect these governments released this notice today in order to let organizations know that they should be on guard. So it lets you know how vital cybersecurity is to virtually everything we do today. And that is going to matter greatly in how we respond to this virus and how we overcome this virus.
Absolutely. Tarun Wadhwa, we really appreciate you coming on to add your analysis. Thanks for that.